Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of our goalie career. Today, we got a matchup on the road against the Tampa Bay Lightning. It is another matchup on this little bit of an Atlantic division swing we've got going on. You know, we started off with Montreal, then Ottawa, Boston, and here we are against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Another very tough matchup. Although the Lightning aren't anything what they used to be, they still have that very lethal top line. Brayden Point, Nikita Kucherov, Gensel. It seems to punish us every single time we play them. I think they're actually leading the league in points so far in this year for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So we need to be on our A game. But if you've missed the last few episodes or if you're just tuning in, the boys are playing exceptionally well right now. It might not look like it on the standing sheet or if you're looking at consecutive games. I think we're only on, you know, a 1-game win streak or some 2-game win streak, whatever it might be. But over the last 5 or 6 games, the Philadelphia Flyers have really started to piece everything together. You know, we're starting to see some really solid play by the forwards. You know, we've obviously had that big injury to Travis Konechny. Our top 2 lines have had to adjust, and they're starting to score at a pretty solid pace. Our defense have looked exceptional, you know, jumping up on the play when they need to, scoring a bunch of goals, getting a lot of points, but also playing very solid in front of us defensively. And then for us, we're still continuing this really nice season that we've built out so far. Still some room to improve, still some things that myself needs to clean up, like some, you know, bad turnovers or some rebounds that we could steer into different locations. But all in all, it's been a really solid effort. That Boston game was probably the best one so far for this season. Absolutely destroyed them in the third period. You know, weathered this storm. We knew Boston was going to show up early, and that's what I expect today here against the Tampa Bay Lightning. So it should be a fun matchup. A really fast-paced matchup. The last few games have been some of the fastest games that I've seen, at least in NHL 25. Teams are flying out there. They're skating fast. They're taking a ton of shots on net. We got to be quick. We got to be sharp. And it starts with opening puck drop. So there's your record right there. Identical between the two teams, 8-7-2. So somebody's going to pick up their 9th win here today as we head out for the national anthem at the Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay, Florida. It's going to be a fun one. The crowd are going to try and get the Bolts into this game early. Like I said, try and weather the storm, put some pressure onto the goaltender early. And we'll see if the Philadelphia Flyers can continue this really solid streak of hockey we've produced lately. And Brayden Point will get things started now. Jake Gensel into Philadelphia territory. He spins along the wall, pinned, kicks it down free to Nikita Kucherov. Kucherov, obviously one of those guys that in most years he is sitting pretty near the top of the leaderboard in both goals and points. And I had a quick peek at the leaderboard, and a few games ago he was in the lead for goals, so I can only imagine that's continued since the last time I had a look at that. Brayden Point, we know last year he had something like 80-90 assists. Didn't have a lot of goals, which was kind of surprising, but he was definitely near the league lead in points as a result of those assists. And then obviously rounding that out is Jake Gensel, who we know is skilled and can produce a number of points. Michkov now works it ahead to Sanheim, joining the rush as Travis Sanheim gets some speed. And it's actually going to be Forsberg in the net for the Tampa Bay Lightning. So not quite sure what's going on with Vasilevsky. I actually didn't even see his name as part of the star players. So I would assume that Tampa Bay still has Vasilevsky just getting the night off. This is the first half of a back-to-back for the Flyers. I can only imagine that Tampa Bay has a similar schedule. But Forsberg must have joined in either the offseason or maybe even at the trade deadline, coming over from, I believe, the Ottawa Senators is where he last played. So interesting to see a bit of a backup here in favor for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Here we go. Kucherov now streaks down low, backhands it forward. Michkov there helping out. Drysdale steps around the forecheckers, but he loses it. And those are the plays you got to be careful of against a team like this. Farabee doing a nice job coming back. Now Morgan Frost, an errant pass over to Michkov. We haven't seen those types of pass a lot lately here in the last few games. You know, we've had a lot cleaner passes. We're trying to eliminate the cross-ice passes 20, 30 feet. Morgan Frost gets a little bit of a carried away pass there, and it's picked off, but a good job here again. Sanheim joining the rush, and a big save off the blocker by Forsberg in front as Steele joins the play coming off the bench, and he gets a golden look onto the Tampa Bay Lightning net. Cirelli now ahead for the Bolts. Connor Sheary winds up, and the puck trickles through somehow. That had eyes for the back of the net. It just goes wide. We did a desperation save just in case it had a look of crossing the blue or the goal line. That was a close one there. It seemed like a nothing shot. That's not quite the start you were looking for as a goaltender. A couple shaky looks First shot, it bounces off your trapper. Second one, it squeaks through you and nearly finds the back of the net. So need to clean up our position just a little bit. I'm going to poke that one forward. It goes right to Sorelli. A little bit of an errant poke check on my part. And right now, Flyers look like they have their legs, but a little bit of a couple messy plays by the players in front of us, as well as a not so nice poke check. I was hoping that'd go a little bit more straighter than it did there on that play. Steele set to take the face off. He'll tie up his man, and Tippett comes in to help out. Tippett returning to the second line. He played a few games filling in for Travis Konechny at the top spot. But he's since moved down, and they've looked electric. And how about that shot? Is Zamula, with all the time and space, walks in and fires this one past Forsberg, who looks stunned. Cannot believe that found the back of the net. Well, he was given all the time and space. The respect was given. Oh, he got a piece of it, but it went under his blocker as he went to make that high blocker save. And Zamula gets enough of that one, just trickles in off the elbow. And another defensive goal for the Philadelphia Flyers. So we've seen them get involved a number of times. It's not always going to be pretty. Sometimes you need those garbage goals. But how about that play there by Igor Zamula coming in on his off wing? I know he plays defense, but coming in on that left side when he plays the right. And he scores a goal for the Flyers here to get things kicked off. We'll take some of those. Gergensons with the hard shot goes up and just behind the net. Now he's under some pressure. Gergensons, and we stretch out and make a big save on the turnover. Not a great play by the defense on this one. Still a little shaky. Yes, we have the 1-goal lead, which should help settle us in a bit. As Couturier spots Cam York, another defenseman joining up, this time Zamula's partner. And that looked like one Keegan Colasar. So fellow former Vegas Golden Knight Keegan Colasar has found a new home in the offseason, joining the Tampa Bay Lightning. He was actually one of my favorite players when we were on the Golden Knights. You know, third line guy, you didn't see him a lot, you know, typically with being pros, especially in goalie. The way the recovery system works, you're usually getting the top 2 lines. Most of the time, you'll get the third line a couple shifts a night. But every time he was on the ice for the Golden Knights, he had a physical presence. He scored a number of goals, set up a number of goals. He was just a really good, strong, big body for the Golden Knights. And it's nice to see that he's got a new home here, playing on the top 6. I believe he was alongside Nick Paul, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the second line for the Bolts. So we might see him a few times, although, no, this is the Kucherov line. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Good for Colasar. Stam Steele wins that face-off cleanly, and Sanheim will take off. Up ahead for Drysdale, spots Thomas Tatar. Thomas Tatar stops, waits, dumps that puck down low. It corrals all the way to Tippett. Tippett back in front for Tatar. And that may have been one of the best shots I have seen in a while. Thomas Tatar picking apart that top corner as Forsberg is just unable to get his blocker there. But unlike Zamula, what a rocket, in and out in a hurry. And that is one of the best shots I've seen. Look at the speed on that one. Beats him cleanly, exits just as fast as it entered. And Thomas Tatar gets his second of the year. He's not always the most, you know, offensively producing type of guy. But on that second line, filling in for, obviously, players who got rotated in and out. And my, oh my, what an effort there. As we have a 2-0 lead. And right now, Forsberg is struggling on that blocker side. And why wouldn't you want to test him as much as possible? Good keep in here. Sam Steele fires it. A big 5-hole save. Shots are tied at 7 apiece as we enter the 9-minute mark remaining in the first period. Chernak across to Braden Point. Point gets hit down to the ice surface, and Sanheim will recover that loose puck. Drysdale now up ahead to Sam Steele. Steele waits, dumps this one down, and will decide to give chase. He has 2 bodies there with him. Owen Tippett fighting hard with Thomas Tatar, but it's going to kick free over to Chernak. Chernak spins away and up ahead for Sorelli. Sorelli spots Kucherov. Kucherov, we know he can shoot the puck from anywhere on the ice. We have to be very respectful and diligent of that shot, but we get a good save into the corner, and now Tippett gets it ahead. Owen Tippett waits up, stops, shoots. Sam Steele there for the rebound. Tatar with another good look. Gets shoved to the ice surface. So did Steele. And both of these guys have absolutely no stamina left. No injuries. Just a little bit of fatigue. Need a line change here. Sheary breaks his stick. Or did he break his stick? It looked like he broke his stick, but it's actually fine as the rebound comes right in front. A good tip. We just get enough of that one. Sorelli tries the sharp angle shot. Puck behind our net. As Farabee will Drop down low to help out. Michkov takes off. Michkov tries to saucer that one over the stick of Gensel. Good hand-eye coordination, chopping that one down. Now back for Andre. Third defensive pairing on the ice for the first time this game for the Flyers. Michkov. Michkov starts forward. A cross-seam pass to Martinez, who's joining the rush. Tries that blocker side. Well, it hasn't been quite the start to the game that I'm sure Forsberg was looking for. Again, we talked about the fact that, 8-7-2, it would seem like the Tampa Bay Lightning are struggling a little bit, both defensively and from goaltending. We haven't quite seen what their goal scoring or production looks like just yet. I'm sure we'll get a glimpse of that at some point in the game. But 3 defensemen taking shots there. 2 of them, sorry, I guess Tatar's not a defenseman, but you saw Andre there. You also saw Martinez, and as well as the goal scorer Zamula. And then on top of that, you also have Thomas Tatar ripping it on that blocker side. And right now the AI have a beat on the Bullets goaltender, and it seems to be working. Gergensen's now. Gergensen's down low, stops, spins away. McDonough with a hard shot and a rebound right in front for Colasar. A great pickup by Sanheim. Up ahead for Farabee. Cross ice pass to Michkov, who draws into Tampa Bay Lightnings. He gets shoved to the ice, and now it's back into the neutral zone. Gergensen's down low, working his way, pulling a few players towards him. Colasar back for Nick Paul. All to the point for Chernak. A good stick there, and Gergensen tries to spin in front. And a good play behind the net by Colasar. We saw that a number of times in Vegas, and he gets Nick Paul on the side of the net, and we were able to get across in a hurry and make another great save. Well, bodies are flying here. Skates are moving. It's another fast-paced, physical game, the type that we're absolutely loving here as of late. It's never been a dull game. In the last 5 or 6 videos, yes, we haven't won all of them, but my oh my have they been entertaining to say the least. Both teams absolutely exploding. Another effort from down low, works in front, and we just squeezed the leg. We'll have to do another face-off draw here. Whew. Sometimes these games make me work on my breath control, that's for sure. Couturier wins the face-off back to Sanheim. Now over for Drysdale, a little saucer pass up to Brink. Bobby Brink back to Drysdale. Drysdale works in, had a lane to the net, but it's blocked. A low shot, looking for a tip, and that's our 10th shot in this hockey game. 12-10 are the shots. It's a 2-0 game for the Flyers. We have sub 2 minutes left in this first period as the Bulls fans are still entertained. They're still engaged. Their team is by no means out of this one just yet. Drysdale back for Couturier. Couturier winds up, a hard shot tipped, and it goes right into the wicker basket of Forsberg. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially under 100 subs away from that illustrious 2,000. It's a marker that, back at the beginning of 2024, we said if we could even scratch the surface of that or come close, it would be a very successful year. We got there in record time. We're so close to that number. I did not expect this, as Drysdale says, shut up, stop yapping, I'm going to score another defensive goal. And finally, Jamie Drysdale shoots the dang puck, and he gets his 4th of the game. This time a low shot that Forsberg once again can't, well, actually, it's a high shot that went blocker, or a mid to high shot, that the blocker batted it down. That blocker side of Forsberg right now is not working. And if you're the coach for the Lightning, do you come into this second period with a goalie change? That is 3 goals that have tested his goaltender with no traffic in front, mind you. I'll say the Tatar one had a little bit of traffic. Those are 3 shots now that have all beat him pretty roughly on that blocker side. And we have a 3-0 lead here with a 1-0-1. Couturier and Sanheim picking up the assists. And what a start for the Flyers again. We are going into teams that on paper are much stronger than we are, and we are making them look like fools. Great start here. We got to keep it up. Radish now back into the corner for point, and a hard shot by Kucherov. We're in a great position there, even with the fatigue settling in at the end of the first period, and we make a great glove save. So, I mean, Tampa's still fighting. They have the time on attack a little bit greater. They have the advantage in shots. It is a 3-0 hockey game. Radish now back to Captain Victor Hedman. A couple of jumps in front, trying to get that puck steered towards the front of the net. And as the time ticks out here, what a period by the defenseman. What a period by the Flyers. We'll have to do one more face-off. Like going into Montreal, Ottawa, you kind of look at those games and you say these are a little bit more realistic in terms of where I feel like we are as a team. Good battles. Unfortunately, we ended up losing both of those ones. Again, Montreal was a goalie battle. Second one in Ottawa, that top line just able to produce a couple of goals. But here we go into Boston. Here we go into Tampa Bay. And we are looking like the much better team as we have soared to a 3-0 lead here. There's your first period summary. Pretty even shots, almost dead even. Hits pretty close. Time on attack a little bit more in favor of Tampa Bay. Passing is what I keep looking at, though. We are leading 3-0, and that is with a passing percentage of under 82%. So still some room to improve, and we're still finding a way to bury the puck. So great first period. Get settled here. Sit back, relax. Another 20 minutes of fast-paced hockey coming your way. As Morgan Frost and Braden Point will get set for another time this game. Braden Point wins that one cleanly. Now up ahead for Kucherov, fresh set of ice. Kucherov back for Braden Point, another block shot by Joel Farabee. He has really settled in here the last few games. We called him out. We publicly called him out saying he was not holding his own on the top line. And into that Boston game, he was the most effective player. I believe he had a 3-point night. He has looked good defensively, and he's continuing that momentum into this game. So as always, this game tends to find a way to make me eat my own words, and Joel Farabee is no exception. He has looked really solid filling in for Travis Konechny. That's not an easy spot to fill in for, but he's doing a pretty nice job as of late. Farabee now kicks that one down low, gets it back as it goes off McDonough's skate. Back for Drysdale. Drysdale a little too late to try and move that puck, and Gensel gets that free, but it's kept in. Joel Farabee. Glove side seems to be working a little bit better than the blocker side as Forsberg will snatch that one into the air. Set up for another face-off. I just really like what I'm seeing from the defense. This is something that has not always been good all year long. And just to see them getting involved, taking the shots, setting plays up, as that puck sails up into the netting behind the Bolts goal crease. Just small plays, man. It's all you need. It's all the AI needs to do. It's hard as a goaltender watching things unravel when they're not playing well, because if I was out there as a forward, you know, just get the puck forward, get the AI into better scoring positions. You can't control that. You quite literally, it's impossible to control what they do, as we will let that one trickle just wide of us, and now we have another face-off as the icing call is made. Here we go, face-off now. Sam Steele's trying to win this one against Sorelli. He takes it with his foot. Now back for Sanheim, who winds up, and I think that gets blocked by a defenseman in front. Another blocker side shot. Owen Tippett behind the net, back in front to Tatar. And there's a big blocker save finally by Forsberg. Full pressure for a moment, but now Connor Sheary gets it back into Philadelphia zone. Connor Sheary down low. Owen Tippett reads that one nicely. Comes back and helps out. Sam Steele spins away from a hit and gets it forward. Tatar is just a fraction offside, but what a play from behind the net. Tippett starts drawing the eyes to the opposite side. He gives a nice little quick pass and a great hard shot by Tatar. This time, Forsberg stayed with it and makes a big save. That could have been a very big dagger. 4-0 hole in the second period is very hard to climb out of. Hedman now tries to bring that puck in. Down low for Sanheim. Sanheim takes the hit and gets it forward. Steele, Sam Steele with some speed, and he will, okay, you got to get this goaltender out of the net. That is the fourth goal of the game that has beaten Forsberg cleanly on the blocker side. Sam Steele with the glorious mustache in his Dallas picture gets his 5th goal of the season, and that is unbelievable. I mean, Forsberg doesn't even read that it's going blocker side. That's the worst one yet. I mean, it is a nice hard shot, don't get me wrong, coming off the fly like that. But he is so late to react to that. He's not good positionally. You got to make the change. Coop, you got to make the change, buddy. I understand that it's early. There's still time in this game to come back. It looks like Forsberg is going to hang on for now. But as the 4th goal, blocker side on 17 shots, and we're 5 minutes into the second period. That is a big oof moment for the Tampa Bay Lightning, as they cannot seem to get their goaltender figured out. Here we go. Forsberg. Challenged there by Steele once again. This time, he shuts the door. I kind of wish there was like an injury report. Well, there's your goaltending summary there. 0-2-0, 4.81 goals against average, and a sub-88 save percentage. He's only played a couple games, but when he's in the net, he has not given the team a chance to win. But yeah, I wish there was an injury report or something where I could see exactly who has injuries on their team, because I have no idea if this is just, you know, something that they need to do because they're playing a lot of games, or Vasilevsky, if he's only played 2 or 3 games now, Vasilevsky's probably played the others. Maybe Vasi's injured. Who knows? As Gensel gets a step on the defense. He goes backhand, forehand, and now a puck loose in front. Where is it? Cannot find it. We track in. We're going to dive out and make a couple big saves as Gensel had a step behind the defense. He goes backhand. He goes forehand. They won't show it. We will. That is a missed defensive cue. That's what happens when you try and get involved offensively. Sometimes you miss the mark. You can see Sanheim cutting to the front of the net. He's going for a line change. And now Drysdale's not in a good position. He comes streaking in. Forehand, backhand. He shovels it. The puck goes straight up in the air. We track that one. We track this one. It goes to the side of the net, and we make just enough on that. Oh, my Lord. It could not be any closer than that right there, as Braden Point is given a gift, and we slam the door on him and keep this one a 4-0 hockey game. The toughest look yet, as Tampa was all over the front of the net off that Jake Gensel breakaway opportunity. Whew. Zamula now joining the rush. Farabee, he gets the puck poked free by Victor Hedman, but with a little bit of burst of speed, he beats the very tall Victor Hedman. He's tall in real life, and he's tall in this game. One of the biggest guys on that blue line. Frost over to Farabee. Farabee, he loses the puck to Sorelli. Sorelli gets a blocker side shot. Good position, steers that one nicely into the corner. Full pressure now as Hagel spins that puck across the ice. At the top of the video, I didn't give the Tampa Bay Lightning probably enough credit. You know, they do have a number of players that are still there from the Cup team. I do think it's not an inaccurate statement to say they are not the strongest team that they once were. What is happening? I'm fishing in the blue bay. Holy jumpins. But I got to give credit to the second line as well. I mean, they got guys like Brandon Hagel, who is no slouch. He's an excellent player. You got Sorelli, who's an excellent player. And this is getting absolutely embarrassing. Get this goalie out, as Michkov with the softest shot along the ice. Once again, stop me if you've heard it. I'm a broken record in this game. That blocker side is gone. It doesn't even exist. It's packed its bags and it's went home as Michkov fires home his 10th goal of the season. 5-0 for the Flyers, and now the Boo Birds are starting. John Cooper needs to make an adjustment here. He has not made it. Forsberg looks absolutely lost. And for the Tampa Bay Lightning, it goes from bad to worse. Michkov picking up his 18th point on his 10th goal of the year. And this is just a bloodbath. One I did not expect coming into this game. I truthfully had no idea what was going to happen in this one. We got a 5-0 hockey game so far. And we still got half a game remaining. We just passed the 10-minute mark in the second period. Shots are 19 apiece. My, oh my. Did the boys come to play? Oh my gosh, what a good play. I did not see that pass getting through as Nikita Kucherov has his 18th? 18 goals, and they're only 8-7-2. That is hard to believe as Nikita Kucherov gets a glorious feed. I did not think that was going to get to his stick. Cutting back in front of the net. We stretch out as much as humanly possible. But this is why this top line is so lethal. Braden Point through traffic. He has Gensel going the other way. That's who I thought the puck was going to. Kucherov steps around that little kerfuffle on the left, gets it on his forehand, and makes no mistake as all of a sudden, after 5 goals, Tampa finally has a breath of life in them. 18 goals, though. We are, what, second week in November, and this... Oh, no! Oh, my gosh! Okay, that one I'll give, I think it's still Forsberg. I'll give him a tiny bit of credit just because that was a glorious tip. But he got it off the knob of his stick. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if this replay will show it. It's tipped off the post and goes off the knob of Forsberg's stick, blocker side, and we have 6. We have 6 blocker sides. This is a comedy one. This is just it's not going your way. Sam Steele gets it ahead over to Sanheim, who wastes no time. A great stretch of the stick by Owen Tippett. So he gets it off the post there. Look at this. Right, literally off the very butt end of the stick. And Forsberg's night is just, oh, buddy boy. And Owen Tippett's going to regain that lead, or at least tied for the lead with Michkov, as he gets his 8th of the season. Beautiful play by Sanheim, a great tip in front, and it's just comedy that it went in off where it went in. Forsberg's still stuck in the net as Tippett's going to rip that one, trying to go blocker side again. It's blocked by a defenseman. Kucherov, he has one in this game. Braden Point will fire that one. Will hang on for a big save. 6-1 is an unbelievable score here so far. This is ridiculous. Well, I think I know what the name of the episode's going to be. It's going to be blocker side or something something to do with poor old Forsberg in net. I don't know why. They've got to be in back-to-back. Ooh! Nikita Kucherov comes back with a beautiful tip in front, and he has 19 goals. Well, that was a good shot from the point. Face-off win. We know how dangerous those can be. It's a spin, and it is a beautiful tip on the side of the net. From one tip to another, down low, gets it right off the post. And Nikita Kucherov is doing everything he possibly can to get their team at least skated back into this game. 34 points, 33 points, 22 points for that top line. Nikita Kucherov is rolling, and he is rolling in a big way. I cannot believe he almost has 20 goals, and it's the second week of November. Crazy. Well, 7 minutes left. It's 6-2. The floodgates may have opened here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that's another one that I really have absolutely no chance on. It's another beautiful play off a set face-off. And for Kucherov to get his stick and get it perfectly tipped down past our body, we were in a great position, and it banks off the post. That's a great play by a highly skilled goal scorer, and you're seeing that so far this season. Well, the Bolts fans are still in it. They're at least giving their boys something to try and get back in this game as Sorelli works his way forward over to Connor Sheary. Now Brandon Hagel. Hagel down low. We've safely corralled that one. We're going to hold on. I was thinking about giving it down low for Zamola, but a couple Bolts players, you don't want to risk anything squirting back to the front of your net. That just shows you the impact Travis Konechny has right there. I know the hits, we talk about how that leaderboard in Be a Pro really doesn't matter because the simulated games do not match up to what you see in your played games. But Travis Konechny has been out for about a week and a half. He's missed about 5 or 6 games in a row now. And he's still sitting in second in the team with 68 hits on the season. That just shows you how physical he is. That shows you how determined he is. He was still near the top of the leaderboard in points when he left. Couple good chances here late in the second period by the Tampa Bay Lightning. We don't want to get complacent. Yes, we have a 6-2 lead. Yes, it's been a really solid game. But come on, I mean, we know what this team is capable of. I mean, Nikita Kucherov could have 5 goals in this game when it's all said and done. 5:17, the crowd is loving what they're seeing here lately. Full pressure now by the Bolts as Michkov tries to shrug off the forechecking. He loses that puck in his skate. He kicks it to the blue line, kept in. Connor Sheary turns, and Morgan Frost with a great stick. He takes off. He'll be a little slow to get away as that full pressure does prevent you from using full speed burst, which is such a stupid mechanic. Brandon Hagel now. Brandon Hagel cuts to the middle. It's picked off, and Cam York will send it forward. Farabee now pinned to the wall. He gets it back. Loses that puck, but it gets up to Michkov. Michkov fights off a hit, stays on his feet over to Morgan Frost. Frost in, returns the pass, but the defensemen were changing. Joel Farabee crawls his way back into Tampa zone. Looks for a man out front. It's picked off. Brandon Hagel, crossing pass to McDonough. Over to Connor Sheary. 2:52 left in the second period. Chernak, after a big hit, gets the puck forward. Sorelli spins away. Back to McDonough. Another block shot. What the heck just happened to that puck? It was on the top of our glove, and that one just went absolutely crazy. 2 minutes left in the second period. The pace has once again picked up. Like I said, I mean, Tampa Bay, yes, they're down a lot of goals, but their team is actually not playing terrible in front. They're making a lot of plays very difficult on the Philadelphia Flyers. They're leading in time on attack. They're leading in the shot department. It's just not been a goalie effort, like I said, that you need to win the game. Is Kucherov looking for a hat trick Fires that shot. We get a big save. Now Drysdale will work forward. Drysdale ahead to Tippett. Owen Tippett tries to cut to the middle. Another loose puck. 30 seconds left. Gensel for Braden Point. Over to Kucherov, who wastes a little bit of time there. Didn't get the puck off when he wanted to, and it gets into the feet of the defenseman. Tippett now. End of the period. Drysdale back for Tatar. Tatar, a tip in front by Tippett. And another good look by the big body. It is going to end in the second period 6-2. What an effort, honestly, by both teams, realistically. That tip is unbelievable. That tip happens so damn fast. Like, that is just ridiculous. Well, it's been a pretty solid effort so far by both teams. You just saw a quick glance at the stats. 6-2, probably not what yourself or even myself was expecting. All 6 Philadelphia goals coming blocker side. Both the Tampa Bay goals coming from Nikita Kucherov, who has 19 on the season. And the Flyers go right back to work, this time testing the 5-hole, maybe changing it up. Maybe after 6 goals, he's finally starting to adjust that blocker side shot. McDonough now will work his way forward. Back to Jake Gensel. I'm going to play this one into the corner. It's a risky play, but we'll keep this play going. Bitchka back behind his net, overhead to Morgan Frost, and he does exactly what we were hoping he would do. Frost now under some pressure, kicks that one free. Sanheim now retreats and gets it back in his own zone, ahead for Frost. Frost, he's waved off the puck. Kucherov streaking in. We make sure we take away any angle he may have had, as we do not want to give up a hat trick to this man who is on an absolute torrent pace to start the season, and it's right off the post. It was almost the 7th one. As Farabee looks to the sky, what a play by Morgan Frost to spot him. And that puck goes up over the shoulder, off the crossbar, and just hugs the goal line. It does not trickle through, as this was that a fraction from being 7-2 with another blocker side. Oh, holy jump-ins. Bitchkov back in front. Drysdale down low, trying to join the play. Gets a good look. Braden Point now helping out. Same with Kucherov. Chernak under some duress. Gets shoved to the ice, but Braden Point is there once again. Bitchkov causing some trouble. What in the backflip did I just see Chernak do? Over to Jake Gensel as he gets hit by Mitchkov and does a barrel roll into the corner. Makes me want to play some Star Fox, and that's a bad goal as Connor Sheary comes off the bench. A full head of steam. A great play by Jake Gensel behind the net. Yeah, it's a good play. Very similar to how we scored last. And through 2 of my own teammates, my goalie just didn't even see the 5-hole shot. That's a bad goal by my part. I'm not blaming the defense, but when you get a low pass like that, and there's time and space, and both your... I, personally, me playing, should have reacted and dropped into the butterfly sooner. As a AI in the game, like my actual character, did not even see that shot coming through 2 bodies of his own team. Beautiful play by Gensel. It's a good start to the 3rd period by the Tampa Bay Lightning. And like I said, this could get ugly before it's finished. Dang, that one kind of stings. We've been playing pretty good. Both their goals leading up to that point were just beautiful plays. That's another solid play by Gensel. But it's a goal that as a human player I should have recognized, because trying to 5-hole save that one through traffic as an 82 overall goaltender is not always that easy. Tatar now works his way back. Tippett behind the net. Owen Tippett trying to get Philly right back into this one. He rings it off the iron. Oh my lord, they are finding holes where there are no holes, as there's a big save by Forsberg. 14 minutes left here in the hockey game. Sean Couturier strips out of one, captain on captain. Robinson, he's looked pretty solid. Remember, he's filling in on that 3rd line, as we have a couple players jump up to fill in for the top 2 lines. Radish now under some pressure by the Philadelphia forecheckers. Braden Point will just send this one down low, but Cam York is to the puck first. Zamula all the way up ahead to Brink. Bobby Brink loses that one to McDonough. McDonough up ahead for Jake Gensel, the crafty winger who set up the last goal. Jake Gensel down low once again, looking for that outlet pass. We know that AI love that play. Brink now, he's skating away from Braden Point, up over to Couturier. Couturier stops, shoots, and it's poked off his stick before the puck exits. Kucherov to Braden Point, and Point will shoot this one in. I'm not quite sure why the shot total didn't change. That was very clearly a shot. I don't know. This game lately, the shot totals have made absolutely no sense. Like, I'm guessing because, like, I don't even know what happened, but we were sitting at 30 shots with 3 goals before that, and now they didn't even count that as a shot. So, a couple of weird things happening in my Be a Pro lately. A couple weird bugs, but, I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just one shot. As it looked like McDonough just didn't expect that pass. It squirts out into the neutral zone, and Gergensen will have to regroup. Michkov tries to send Farabee into Tampa Bay's zone. He'll have to give chase as it makes his way by him. Farabee working hard in the corner. Back for Drysdale, but Gergensen does a good job once again. A lot of turnovers here in the third period. The game has kind of gotten away from both teams. A lot of sloppy plays as the puck tracks to the front of the net. We got to make sure we gobble that one up so there's no chance those Tampa players can bank that one in. Sanheim now. Over across to Michkov, who has a step. Michkov passes it again. Michkov has done that ever since Travis Konechny left the lineup. Michkov has had 2 or 3 breakaways, and he has quite literally passed on every single one. I don't know why his AI all of a sudden isn't shooting the puck like it used to, but man, oh man, he's had so many golden looks that he just gives up on the play and dumps it to somebody else. Whew. Well, it is a much different third period, I must admit. Couple looks for both teams. Philly has obviously closed the gap in that time on attack that you just saw there. Shots pretty even. Still a 6-3 hockey game. Give credit to Tampa's forwards for trying to get them back in. I mean, it's not easy, like I said, to try and come back from 6 goals against. They've done so far so good. There's still time in the game. They're going to have to try and find something here soon if they want to. For Philadelphia, let's just keep it up. Keep the momentum in the other end of the ice. It has been a very sloppy game in this third period by both teams. A lot of errant passes. You know, Tampa was dominating the play. There's an example right there. No need to make that pass. Just try to skate it a little bit quicker. It was an exciting 2 periods for sure. This third period is a little bit more wild, but at the end of the day, like I said, we're playing some really good hockey. We're giving ourselves a chance to win. When you're scoring 6 goals, it's up to me now to make sure that that 6 goals is more than enough. As Hagel hits his man, and Cirelli with Hagel on the doorstep outweights us. I did not want to move over too quickly. I didn't want to move to the right in case the pass was coming. And Anthony Cirelli will get the Bolts right back into this hockey game with his 8th of the season. And all of a sudden, what is happening to the Philadelphia Flyers? That is Sanheim colliding with Drysdale. I didn't know what to do on that play, if I'm being honest. You got a guy trying to deke out. He goes backhand, forehand, with Brandon Hagel alone because both of the Philly defensemen are getting tangled with each other. As he's falling, he snipes that one in. And there you go, 8th. That looks so silly. Nikita Kucherov at 19, Cirelli in second with 8. What a play. I mean, this is the loose hockey we're talking about. A bad turnover in one end of the ice gets the Tampa Bay Lightning right back into our zone. We start to clear the puck, and both of our Flyers defensemen run into each other. They're looking a little sluggish. And all of a sudden, somebody like Anthony Cirelli and Brandon Hagel are streaking in a 2-on-0. You just kind of got to hope and pray we picked the wrong side, or actually, we didn't even really move. I kind of just, my mindset was just to hold the middle of the ice, especially with how much Cirelli was deking there. Unfortunately, well, ladies and gentlemen, the EA ice tilt is so beyond real. It is mind-boggling as Brandon Hagel. I don't know why my guy slid after the goal. Like, I don't know why he slid. He's like, I'm out of here. Screw this game. Another breakaway. I'm done. I mean, what are these replays, EA? All right, we need a timeout by the coach. It is a 6-5 hockey game. Torts, you need to call something. It wasn't quite a breakaway. But, like, where... Okay, so it's another horrible line change by Drysdale right there. You can see him going to the bench. You got to get your defenseman out. That's 3 Tampa Bay Lightning players reading the horrible line change. It's a beautiful pass. Brandon Hagel, we cut to the middle. Oh, I guess it's because our player, once the shot went off, kicked back. I mean, he beat us anyway. We slid over, probably a fraction. I mean, I'm square to the shot right now. Our guy stands up. Brandon Hagel reads that, and then for whatever reason, our guy, after I got a little bit of a push by Hagel. That's why he slid so far. But an unbelievable pass again. This second line has come alive for the Bullets, and we got a 6-5 hockey game. Players, wake up! Why are you making a line change when there's 3 Tampa players streaking down your ice? Well, we said the floodgates were open. The shooting gallery has started. It is a 6-5 hockey game, and the Bullets aren't done here with 4.5 minutes left in this hockey game. Get some clean passes going. It's these errant passes, those stupid plays, Michkov, why? Those always come back to bite you, and when we've been playing well, you have not seen those type of plays. We go up 6 goals in this game, or 6-1, whatever it was. Those sluggish, childish plays start creeping back into your game, and all of a sudden, Tampa Bay is in striking distance. We got to be careful here. Michkov, that's a good pass by Cam York. Michkov cuts to the outside, tries another deke, and Radish shuts that one down. Frost there to help out, but it's going to be Gensel winning that battle along the boards now. Kucherov up to Hedman. Victor Hedman works his way down. Radish jumping in as well. Radish across seam pass, and he had Braden Point with his stick in the air. Sam Steele, 2 minutes left. Come on, boys. Keep the passes simple. Stop the ridiculous open ice deeks. Connor Sheary in. Connor Sheary's goal was kind of the tipping point, and that's where we talk about it in every game. The momentum swings that EA has implemented into this game are absolutely insane to me. I mean, we go up 6 goals, and it looks like Tampa Bay is the better team once they score 2. Doesn't really make a ton of sense. But that goal by Sheary that beat us 5-hole through traffic, I mean, that was the tipping point for my goaltender's AI. You know, I've just 2 breakaways right after that. Our defense is gone. Our forwards are making stupid dekes and stupid passes. Like, I don't personally think in real game. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been comebacks like that all the time around the league. However, if a team like Philly has 6 goals, they're not just going to completely shut down where they're making stupid line changes like that. But it's part of the game. You got to adjust. For me, like I said, I let in a bad goal. That helped open up the way back for Tampa to get into this game. And with 39.1 seconds left, 35-29 shots, Tampa Bay has dominated this third period. What a game, though. Unbelievable stuff. 6 goals, all blocker side. We have a 7th one ring off the post. Then Tippett rings it off the glove side post. All of a sudden, Kucherov gets his 19th of the year, 2nd goal of the game. Couple great passes by Jake Gensel, and we got a hockey game here. As Nikita Kucherov just about found an open puck there as Drysdale missed it. Farabee will kick this one back down low. Not sure if I like that play. Kucherov back in front. Empty net on the other end of the ice. It squirts out. Michkov walks in. He doesn't get a shot on the net, but the boys can breathe a breath of fresh air. That one stressed me out in the third period. What an effort by the Bolts. A couple of bad plays that I'm sure John Tortorella is not going to be happy about. But at the end of the day, we go into this Atlantic swing and we take 2 wins out of 4 games. We present ourselves with 4 really solid efforts up until this last third period. And the boys at Philadelphia are going to go out of this trip and into some happy times as they are now 9-7-2 on the season. Our first 2 games above 500 since we started this second season. And what an effort by the goal scorers. It's not always going to be pretty. It is not always going to be pretty. That is one of my worst performances so far of the season. An 8.57 save percentage. Not quite what I was looking for, but we made a couple big saves. We improve our record to 7-3-1 through 12 games. We're still right around that 9.3 save percentage. And we have another game that we are starting back-to-back games. So similar to what Carter Hart did in last week's schedule. He got both the back-to-back starts, and they won both of them. We get the back-to-back starts here against the Detroit Red Wings, who are sitting at 5-9-2. They're not quite where they want to be. Another golden opportunity to win back-to-back games in 2 straight weeks. Now, take a look at the standings there before we hop off this game. Blue Jackets, Islanders. What the heck is this Metro Division? But Blue Jackets and the Islanders and the Hurricanes are all tied in the lead for 21 points. Now, a couple of those teams have a few games in hand. We can't dismiss that. But we are sitting on November 20th, and a win here through 19 games will have us at least tied for the lead or inside the top 3. That is unbelievable considering how we started. This is the hockey we've been looking for. Fast-paced, energetic, high goal scoring. It's not always going to be pretty. We just had the most, gutsy performance against a very strong Lightning team. But we're going to head into the game against Detroit in the next video. It should be another fun matchup. Back-to-back efforts for the first time in a long time. And we'll see if we can improve and get our 10th win as a team on the year. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, less than 100 subscribers. If you want to be part of a fast-growing community, smash that sub button. It's absolutely free. Turn on the notification bell. And as always, guys, until our next video, make sure you're taking care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you back here in the next video. Bye, guys.